And soon we will be transitioning from the long hot days of summer to the chilly days of fall. So you know what that means? The return of pumpkin everything, and with that we have a hearty addition.
That's right, Daisy Rodriguez from Oregano and Thyme joins us now to show us how to make a pumpkin bisque with seed topping. Daisy, thank you for coming back on the show. Can you let me know what exactly is a bisque? Because I am uneducated in bisques and I need some knowledge.
Okay, so a bisque is usually, it's a soup that is French in origin.
Okay.
And it has a creamy texture. It's very smooth, velvety, as opposed to a soup which usually has more liquid in it.
Oh, so more like the stock or the chicken broth or whatever it is like that. So just a more hearty, full soup.
Correct.
Thicker consistency.
Now the great part about this one is that you can you can get that creamy, lovely texture without the addition of a whole lot of cream. Because what we're going to do is boil these vegetables in stock, puree them, and that's what makes them.
Oh, and that's going to give it that nice.
That's what it's going to give it that
texture
nice.
then.
Yeah, correct. And the addition of cream is very small.
Very cool. So we're using pumpkins and squashes
today?
We have
pumpkins and squashes. This soup also has sweet potato and carrot and leeks in it.
Oh, a leek.
It's not used very often.
We're not springing a leek today, but we're holding a leek in our hands.
No,
How often do you get to say that? So. Well, very neat. So obviously, by cooking them here, we just soften them up. Does that make the puree process a little bit easier?
That's right. And then you use your immersion.
Trusty hand mixer.
Correct.
Here.
This is an immersion blender.
Oh, yes.
And just put it in there and let it go.
Look out. Daisy's getting crazy in the kitchen. Maybe that's the next segment. We'll do crazy in the kitchen with Daisy.
Crazy in the kitchen, yeah. After you've pureed your soup, you add your cream.
And like you said, just a touch of cream.
Just a touch of cream, just a little bit to give it an extra velvety texture. And
now, how are you seasoning it? Is there any kind of season in it, like with salt, pepper, or anything after that?
Correct.
Okay.
You add your salt and pepper at the end, and also at the end, you add whatever spice complements the vegetable you're using.
Oh, okay.
I suggest you go for your favorite vegetable. Typically, we use the most popular bisques are tomato, or pumpkin, or seafood, or mushroom. But you can use any vegetable because you're going to puree it, and that will give it that texture.
Interesting. So when you use a seafood bisque, does that all do you just add the seafood later, or does it get blended up too? I'm confused.
Well, the really original bisque used to use as a thickener the pulverized shells of the crustaceans.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
But we don't do that anymore.
Good to know. Yeah. So you talked about using some tomatoes and the seafood. Is there any other bases that you like to use for your bisques when you make them?
It's like I said, it's whatever vegetable you are most comfortable with, you can make into a bisque. It's important to add the spices that complement your vegetable. For example, this one will have cinnamon and nutmeg.
Okay.
The important to notice also are the pumpkins and squashes. In our area, it's super easy to find acorn squash, pie pumpkin, butternut, kabocha.
Acorn squashes are the ones that my neighbors typically have an abundance of, so they always end up on my doorstep in a brown paper bag saying, hey, we grew this, you can have it.
Yeah, that's nice, because now you can make a pumpkin bisque. Now we can make
the bisque, yeah. And then what other foods would be a good complement to go along with your bisque?
Because this is quite nutritious, it's a complete meal.
It's pretty hearty then.
It is quite hearty. Okay. So you can just go ahead and add like a meal salad, which usually contains a protein to make it
like a chicken
complete
salad
meal.
or something then?
Correct.
Okay.
Or you can, as opposed to a side salad, you
Yeah.
can also have a platter of charcuterie of some cold meats and cheeses, and always a little bit of bread and a little bit of bread and some crackers, some cheese. Here's the seed topping, which is just roasted pumpkin and sunflower seeds with a little chili.
Beautiful.
And there you have it.
And there it is, and there is our bisque. I'm going to enjoy this, Belinda, here, while you take over our next segment. Daisy, thank you so much for that quick and easy recipe.
Yes.